Namaste, dear listeners, and welcome to the Iowa channel Astro in with Abhi, Oneness in Astrology and Spirituality, bringing in awareness by Abhi. If you haven't as yet, please click on on the subscribe button, like and share this podcast so that my content can reach as many people as possible. Now, as we know, we are doing the whole Life Path series. We're on the Life Path number two now. We've done the part one and part two of the Life Path number ones. Now I'm going to discuss the Life Path number two, the characteristics of a Life Path number two, or the second house in astrology. But this is purely numerology. So, if I had to describe a Life Path number two in two words, it would be cooperation and negotiators. So these people are very good in cooperating with other people. They are the mediators. They like to bring balance and harmony to all situations. They are extremely gentle and cautious. In fact, they think everything through. They try their best not to hurt anybody. They choose their words very carefully. They listen more and they talk less. They are meticulous in the actions. They are the true the diplomats and the peacemakers. Now, these people they strive for affection. They love to to receive affection, and they find it very difficult to give affection. Life path number two is they are not pushy by nature. Generally, these people they stand aside and they like to watch, from a bird's eye view. They are also people that if you are life part two, you know what I'm talking about. You are more in your head than anything else. You do not like the spotlight. You like to work in the background, and these people are not. They don't like to be at the center of attention. It makes them feel very uncomfortable. They can be indispensable as the person who keeps everything together. It's not wise to give the number two a leading role because of their indecisive nature and desire to please everybody. So the hidden engine, they are the hidden engine that runs the machine basically. So the second greatest strength is the adaptability. Number twos are capable of taking other people's qualities and hiding their true self behind a mask. So these people resort to this. They resort to this because when they want to reconcile or irreconcile, it's because that's something only they can do. However, they should be careful. I'll tell you why. Because they become confused when playing a role, and in time become uncertain of their own identity. They get lost in an illusion of who they actually are. They effortlessly take on traits of others, and it's their nature to please every Tom, Dick, and Harry Pottimari. So, life path number twos are selfless people. They are generally very caring and considerate. I would like to describe them as the perfect listener. But at the same time, these people find it very difficult to be alone. They cannot be alone. They feel like they will die being alone. It's something that they is a whole life challenge towards them. Um, Life path number twos are generally very materialistic people in nature. Most of them, they like good food, good clothing, fancy cars. They love a fancy life, a materially a fancy life. They are generally the maternals, the feminine in nature, and generally they like to put family first. Now, the two is also the number of partnership, regardless of whether that partnership is friendship or an intimate one or business one. They just need someone to lead them into the right path because they feel more of the passenger than the actual driver. It's very difficult for these people to open up own businesses. It's very difficult for these people to be in leadership roles. They prefer following a leader. They can easily imagine the worst outcome, and well, they can be their own worst enemy. Number two doesn't like being in the position that they can become blocked in. They like to obviously hide away when things go bad. In fact, on the darker side, these people can be the number one. They can be the perfect narcissist, if I describe that. And the dark side, yeah, they do care about what other people think, so they often seek approval. So you would seek approval as a life partner number two, or if you know a life partner number two, you will see these people are seeking approval from everybody before they accept. They like to get validated externally because within them they find it difficult. It's generally life partner number twos that end up with a lot of childhood trauma, lots of trauma in their marriages, and they doubt themselves a lot. They are the most sensitive out of all. Their moods will fluctuate all the time. They like the weather. Today they're happy, tomorrow they're sad. Very moody people on the dark side. And because they want to make everybody happy, they don't give much to themselves. They can spend a lot of money on somebody else, but they'll never spend much on themselves. Um, so they are overwhelmed with contempt and, well, thoughtlessly abandon the person in question. So, yeah, it's a problem. They aim very, very high and end up disappointed. They can make promises and do not deliver as well. They need to find a balance, to distance themselves from certain people and direct that attention definitely to themselves, definitely loving themselves. And on the darkest side, um, you know, health, mental health, physical health, they become, because of the indecisiveness and inharmonious nature, this will bring them to a point where they'll always be worried and nervous. Everything will bother them. They will never be at ease. They will want a nice partner, nice house, nice car. When they get it, they're still troubled. Their emotions will fluctuate on a daily basis if they've got no spiritual grounding. If such a person does not meditate, such a person is governed by the emotions. So they deprive themselves of success. So they are the biggest supporters, or they are the biggest distraction to themselves. Their subconscious needs to is always at play instead of their conscious mind. So these people generally live in the subconscious. They don't live in the conscious mind. They're more on the feminine side than the masculine side. So I'd like to stick it up to this notch, or rise it up to this notch, that the lessons to be learned here is that whatever you think, speak, and do will remain in your subconscious. And because you are living in your subconscious throughout the day and night, in most cases, um, you need to be very wary of your thoughts, words, and actions. Because it's very hard for you to snap into the conscious mind. You're mostly in your subconscious mind, mostly in your head. So you'll think about everything before doing it. And we'd like to say that you need to find ways to strengthen your will and determination to become independent, and soon you'll be able to lead yourself. Because as a person that you're always seeking external validation, and you always want to be led instead of lead, you'll always be led by the wrong people, and you'll find yourself in a very miserable position in your career, your love life, and definitely with your own personal life. You'd find yourself very difficult to be happy, and this is why meditation is so important for you. So thank you very much, dear listeners. Please make sure you subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Click the like and share button so that my content can reach a lot of people. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ram, Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Bol, and goodbye.